Japan has been facing numerous devastating earthquakes and tsunamis. While it's impossible to completely avoid these natural disasters, and Japan has had no choice but to find ways to confront and mitigate their impact. Welcome back to our new video. Today we're diving into how Japan battles these powerful forces of nature. Over the past 1,300 years, Japan has weathered around 143 tsunamis, claiming the lives of over 130,874 people. The most perilous year was 1741, when a tsunami wave towered an astounding 90 meters high. Sadly, as time marches on, the threat of tsunamis in Japan only seems to grow. Just in 2022 alone, over 300 earthquakes were recorded, underscoring the ongoing risk. There have been days where 3 to 4 earthquakes were documented each day. Japan stands as a unique nation where earthquakes are so common that skyscrapers are required to be earthquake-proof. From 2000 to 2022, Japan has faced and endured 5 major tsunamis, with the 2011 disaster proving to be the most devastating. On March 11, 2011, a massive 9.1 magnitude earthquake struck beneath the sea, 72 kilometers east of Oshika Peninsula in Japan, lasting a staggering 6 minutes. This event triggered a colossal tsunami, the 4th largest earthquake in recorded history for the world, and the largest in Japan's history. The resulting tsunami generated waves as high as 55 meters, or 180 feet in the ocean. These waves raced at speeds of 700 kilometers per hour, reaching Sendai City and penetrating up to 10 kilometers inland from the coast. One of the biggest challenges with tsunamis is their unpredictability, even with modern technology. Consequently, despite a warning issued just 8 minutes prior, many residents of Sendai were unable to escape in time. This catastrophe left 228,000 people homeless and claimed the lives of 15,000 individuals. On one side, it was a scene straight out of Doomsday, while on the other, the Fukushima nuclear plant disaster unfolded. This catastrophe cost Japan a staggering $235 billion, making it the world's costliest disaster. Now the question arises, why does Japan consistently find itself in the grip of tsunamis? The biggest reason lies in Japan's geographic location. It sits squarely within the Pacific Ocean's Ring of Fire. Underneath lie the world's most active volcanoes, encircled by multiple tectonic plates. Unfortunately, Japan falls right into this belt of fire. Hence, earthquakes strike daily, and every year the threat of typhoons or tsunamis looms large. Beyond these challenges, Japan faces another issue. 70% of its land area is mountainous terrain, with the remaining 30% mostly coastal flatlands, areas constantly under threat from tsunamis. Moving entire cities to the mountains is a Herculean task, but Japan has diligently worked since the last century to protect its coastal cities, taking a unique approach. Japan has long been constructing seawalls along its high-risk coastal areas to mitigate natural disasters. This isn't a recent development. Seawalls have been a part of Japan's coastal defenses for decades. After devastating typhoons struck in 1896 and 1933, Taro Village became a prime example of Japan's coastal defense system. Here, Japan erected 2 walls, each 2.4 kilometers long and 10 meters high, significantly shielding the village from sea surges. Following this success, similar structures were built in other coastal cities. However, the tsunami of 2011 surpassed even these 10-meter walls, with waves reaching heights of 12 to 15 meters. While these walls were designed to withstand waves up to 8 meters high, in many places, the tsunami overwhelmed these defenses, causing extensive damage. After the 2011 earthquake, Japan decided to enhance its seawalls significantly. Allocating $12 billion for the project, they planned to construct a 400-kilometer-long, 15-meter-high wall along the eastern coast. These new seawalls are about 5 meters taller than their predecessors and have foundations extending up to 25 meters deep into the ground for added stability. They are also wider than before and specifically designed to withstand tsunami waves. Engineers used simulators to create artificial tsunamis, mimicking various wave patterns to test the walls. Using a vibrator, they replicated patterns similar to the 2011 earthquake to determine how large waves would be and the pressure they would exert. All of this was calculated beforehand, using simulations to ensure the walls could effectively mitigate future tsunamis. In simulations, it was found that the 2011 tsunami waves did not directly hit Japan with devastating impact. Instead, they traveled inland more like a flood or surge, largely due to seawalls significantly breaking the waves' pressure. Following these tests, seawalls have now been redesigned with curved shapes at Curve Shop, clearly showing that when water collides with seawalls, its curve shape turns back, and it would mean that such a wave would break the pressure coming from the backside. On the other hand, local communities are concerned because in many places these walls of 4-story buildings become so tall that people feel like they are in jail. Some fear that Japan may lose its tourists because of these walls. Japan has divided tsunamis into 2 separate levels. Level 1 tsunami, which comes every 50 to 60 years, has waves up to 15 meters high, and these walls are built for them. However, even Level 2 tsunamis, which occur once every few hundred or thousand years, are difficult to entirely prevent with these seawalls alone. To address this, tsunami mitigation parks are being developed at hotspot locations. These parks feature walls made of trees that not only withstand the pressure of tsunamis, but also help capture debris when the water recedes back into the sea. The thick branches of these trees also help to block larger objects from flowing further inland. Japan's seawall engineering is a remarkable feat, showcasing its commitment to mitigating natural disasters like tsunamis. While these seawalls provide some level of protection, Japan acknowledges they aren't a permanent solution. The escalating impacts of global warming, rising sea levels, intensifying storms, and frequent earthquakes underscore the limitations of such joint structures. Japan understands well that these measures cannot offer 100% protection against natural disasters. And by investing $12 billion, Japan has essentially bought time for its people, time to evacuate when these seawalls break under the pressure of waves. We hope you found this information insightful and share-worthy. Your supportive comments are deeply appreciated. See you in the next amazing video.